that it's definitely a young versus the old. It's a quarrel of generations. It's a misunderstanding between old people who drink whiskey and read books and young people who have stumbled upon these new chemical means of expanding their consciousness. There's no war which can be so ugly, a civil war, as the misunderstanding between two generations. And that's what I'm trying to avoid today. I see myself as a bridge between the middle-aged generation of whiskey-drinking book readers and this new generation who've been brought up on new forms of energy like television, psychedelic drugs, space travel, and so forth. Necessary. Some people are depressed after an LSD session. It is depressing to see how ridiculous and trivial your little mind is compared to the forces which are at play around you. It's humiliating. You feel guilty at how selfish and stupid and narrow you've been, and how you haven't taken advantage of the energies and possibilities that lie inside. Then there's a feeling of messianic enthusiasm. You want to rush to everyone that you know in your family and say, my goodness, you must take this and have this experience. And of course they look at you the way they look at any enthusiast, and then you get social problems. Some people quit their jobs and get farms in the country, or as in my case, devote their life to this yoga, or this discipline of learning what's within. Now this may feel good to them, but may upset their neighbors, and may upset their social institutions. There's no way of predicting how someone is going to react to the LSD session, and that's why we need a lot of research, and we need careful selection, and we have to study the people who have taken LSD. Today we have this epidemic of hysteria about the powers and meaning of LSD. We've got to have careful social studies of the people. Have they really benefited, or have they just deluded themselves into thinking that they've learned more than their fellow men? I don't know, but I want these questions answered sensibly and scientifically.
Well, if LSD enables us to look inside ourselves, to look into joy,
well, I don't believe that. I think that middle-aged people who don't know what LSD is about are alarmed by young people, and we're told that about 1/4 of young people today, college-age kids, are using psychedelic drugs like marijuana or LSD. But they're not doing it just for fun. They're doing it, as young people do everything, for curiosity, for growth. They want more, they want to learn more. The motives of most of the young college-age people who are using LSD, I think, are quite serious. Not that there's anything wrong with fun, and I have to face this issue straight. The joy of discovery, the opening up of new lessons is thrilling, and LSD, used wisely, can produce the greatest ecstasy that man knows, the ecstasy of revelation, seeing that there's more, and participating in these great discoveries. So that I think we should use the word pleasure or fun as a horrid word. My goodness, LSD can cause pleasure. Yes, it can. But any pleasure is only really pleasurable if it's done with knowledge and if it's done from good motives. The same thing is true with LSD as it is for the motor car or for the microscope. Intense pleasure if used wisely.
What kind of revelation or ecstasy did your first experiences with LSD bring to you?
Well, it's hard to talk about an LSD experience because I don't know the words for it, but I'll say this, that when I take LSD, and I've taken it over 300 times, I've tried to take it once a week as a spiritual discipline, the way a scientist would use his microscope once a week. What happens when I take it is, I know this sounds far out, but I talk to my cells. My cells, and after all, I'm a collection of cells, trillions of cells, have been around for hundreds of millions of years, playing out the game of learning and communication and solving problems. So I literally can talk to my cells. My cells tell me a lot about the way they see the world. My cells aren't happy with the way modern man is using his body. We're polluting the air, we're making the rivers filthy, we're killing other forms of life. There are a lot of things that I'm doing, and that human beings are doing today, that my cells tell me we should stop doing if we want to remain harmonious and growing species on this planet.